All right, let's keep on going. Part C. So part C here, again, we don't have any square roots, so we don't have to worry about that. All we have to worry about is the potential of division by zero. So we look at just the denominator and ask ourselves, what numbers would cause the denominator to equal zero? So in this case, we could also factor it again. This would be x plus 9, right, and x minus 4. So 4 times, or negative 4 times 9 is negative 36. 9 plus negative 4 is going to be positive 5. So x plus 9 is equal to 0, or x minus 4 is equal to 0, using the zero product property here. So x is going to be equal to negative 9, and x is going to equal 4. In other words, if you substitute negative 9 or positive 4 into this equation, you would end up with a problem. So the domain then, right, so these two numbers here would cause division by 0. So I want to say that this is not the answer, it's actually the opposite of the answer. Everything else except this would work. So this would cause division by 0. So our actual domain is that any number except negative 9 and 4. Any number except negative 9 and 4. So let's see what that would look like as a graph. You have negative 9 here. You have positive 4 here. And our solution set would be any number to the left of negative 9, any number in between negative 9 and 4, and any number to the right of 4. So any real number except those two. So as interval notation, we can write this as negative infinity to negative 9 in union with negative 9 to 4 in union with 4 to positive infinity. Even though this is a little bit lengthier, it's actually more precise and more accurate than what we have up here. So any number except negative 9 and positive 4 would work. One last example we're going to work with here is this case. And again, we don't have to worry about the numerator, because you can put whatever you want into the numerator and you're not going to cause a problem. There's no division in the numerator. It's really the denominator here. If you put in a number that causes the denominator to be 0, you're in fact causing a problem. You're dividing by 0. So, part D, let's take a look. You have x squared minus 25 is equal to 0. Factoring here, this is a difference of squares, so there's a lot of review here of factoring and quadratics in particular. So this factors down to x plus 5 and x minus 5 equals 0. So our solution, we're going to have that x could be equal to 5 or x could be equal to negative 5. Now, again, we are not talking, those are actually not the answers. That's actually the problem, right? Any numbers that is equal to 5 or negative 5 would cause a problem. So let me solve this quadratic quickly here. So x could be equal to negative 5, or x could be equal to positive 5. And again, these would cause division by 0. So this would cause division by 0. So our actual answers is all real numbers that's not equal to 5 or negative 5. So we can represent this as all negative numbers up to negative 5, every number between negative 5 and 5, and every number bigger than 5. So in interval notation, negative infinity to negative 5, in union with negative 5 to 5, in union with 5 to positive infinity. So that's going to be our final answer, and it is preferable that you write your answers in interval notation. All right, that concludes this part that we're dealing with in terms of finding domain. Please watch the next set of videos that talk about range and also asymptotes. Those all